I was doing it. Yeah. No, es que. Um,
All right,
I was
good
out
evening.
Doing yard work.
Hello, good
And
evening.
you don't hydrate. Well, I hydrated, but
Are we on?
still it didn't.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and start, commence today's board meeting for September 28th. It's 5 o'clock. A, opening items. 1, call to order.
Trustees present are Trustee Calderon, Trustee Contreras, Trustee Pacheco, Trustee Magallanes, and Trustee Alvarado. You have a full quorum.
Thank you. 2, Pledge of Allegiance. Elisa, can you lead us in that, please? Thank you for that. B, public comments. 2 closed session items only. We're going to go with number 1, Carlos Montaño.
There we go. Good afternoon. So my name is Carlos Montaño, lead negotiator for ACT. I'm here to talk about negotiations and just really give you some numbers as on our side of it. I'm sure you hear numbers and get numbers from the district office side, but the information on the flyer, I think everybody got a flyer. If you didn't, it should be somewhere on your table, their desk. It shows a disparity between certificated salaries at CUSD compared to certificated salaries at other districts in the valley. The flyer compares Calexico to 5 other districts in Imperial Valley. If you look at, and I think this is a very important part here, the top left-hand side shows the percentage of the LCFF fund that goes to certificated salaries in 6 different districts. We're talking about Brawley Elementary, Brawley Union High School, Central Union High School, Imperial Union High School, El Centro Elementary, and Calexico. You'll notice that we're number 6 out of 6. Now we compare ourselves to these other 5 districts because they're about, comparable to us. We're not comparing ourselves to Westmoreland or to Nyland or, smaller districts like that. If you look at right underneath that, top teacher salaries, whether you're looking at the first year salary, 5 years in, 10 years in, 15, 20, or max salary, we're in last place. 6 out of 6 again. The first year teacher is over $17,000 behind the top paid first year teachers in the valley. Our veteran teachers are almost $40,000 behind the top salaries in the valley. That's a lot of money. And you might say, well, that's just salary. Well, if you look on the right-hand side, maximum compensation, that includes what is paid for benefits as well. And I included that there where you see the cap, that includes what each district pays per employee for family. And even though Calexico Unified pays the highest cap, $25,500, we are still in 6th place out of 6. Over $31,000 behind the highest paid district. Again, this includes total compensation. So why am I here talking about this? Because, we want to make sure that everybody's aware that the numbers don't add up. Where is the money? Where's the money going? Where is the district spending the money on? If our teachers are not the priority, then what is the priority? And who makes those decisions? Is it the board that makes that decision where the money is spent? Teachers are not a priority, then what is it? Is it our business department that makes those choices? And they decide where the money is spent? It's not on teachers are not the priority again. During the last negotiation cycle, and several of the board members were around for that, in particular, Mr. Alvarado, Mr. Calderon, we heard, as being part of the negotiations team, we heard this a lot. There's no way we can pay you those salaries because of your benefits. You know, we pay too much for benefits, and we need to do something about that. Well, we did. We agreed to a cap. We now have a cap. So what is the excuse now? Why can't we get paid like the top teachers in the Imperial Valley? And again, I'm talking about total compensation, including benefits. And I've heard from at least 2 board members, one of them present in the last negotiation cycle. If only you didn't have those full benefits, if only you had a cap, we could pay you those salaries. It's still not happening. And we hear it can't happen overnight. It's going to take time. How much time? We've been waiting. I've been here for 30 years. This is my 31st year. So how much time does it take? 1 year, 2 years, 3 years? The way things are going, and I don't want to talk too much, details about what's going on in negotiations, right? So the way it's going is going to take 10 years if we get there. So in closing, why is it that we cannot get the same salaries that other teachers do in the Imperial Valley? We should be at the top 2, top 3, or at the top. Thank you. Please consider.
Thank you. Speaker number 2, Roman Gerardo.
Good afternoon, board members, superintendent, public. It says closed session only, so I'm going to try to tie it into, let's say, number 2, employee appointments. The agriculture education program right now is being supported by our administrator, our principal, and by our college and career readiness director. So thank you for that. We appreciate the support. Right now I have about 165 students in my 9th grade agriculture class, and I would love to see them continue in an ag class in the 10th grade. In order for the program to succeed, we need a minimum of a 4-year agricultural education program that will allow the students to obtain the necessary awards and recognitions. Anything less than that limits their opportunity. Other districts, such as Holville and Imperial, have started their agricultural education program in the middle school and junior high. Those students have seen everything that I'm presenting to the 9th graders for 2 years before us. And then we go to the same competitions as 9th grade. So our students are working very hard. Today it was 4:30 after, and I had students in my class because we're getting ready for a competition that's coming up in October. And even then, we're 2 years behind. So consider that as you think about career and college readiness. And I thank you for the support in the past for the ag education program. And if you have any questions about elementary or middle school programs and junior high, we have 2 already running in the valley, Holville and Imperial. Raleigh is starting at elementary. Yeah, so I'll be keeping you up to date on how we're doing with Ag Ed. We had our animal parent meeting, and I think we have 60 plus students interested in taking animals to the fair this year, and we're checking their grades and attendance from last year to see if they are qualifying, and we'll be moving forward with that, and I look forward to coming back and giving you some set numbers. Thank you.
Thank you. C, announcement of convening into closed session. We'll be now going to closed session. It's 5:09. We should be back by 6, no later than 6:05.